Hello everybody, this video is going to show you the different tools and what you can use to decorate the inside of your tessellation tile. So at this point you know how to copy and paste your tile from Paint into Sketchpad. Your workspace, so the white background, might look like this, it might look bigger, but when I'm just kind of messing around and testing out ideas, I want my workspace to be a little bit bigger so I can move these around how I want to, and I have more space to make more copies. So to do that, I'm going to go to the crop and resize tool. I can choose one of these preset dimensions, or I can put it in myself. I'm just going to choose one bigger than what it's already clicked on. I'm going to push the check mark. Okay, so now my space is a lot bigger, much better. I already made a few copies of my master copy, and to do that I'm just right clicking and pushing duplicate, right clicking, pushing duplicate. So I have a few here that I can try out. Now I'm going to quickly go through the main tools that we have to choose from, but you can always explore more, combine different ones on top of each other to make new tessellation designs and patterns. So the first one is, maybe I don't want all of these to be orange, maybe I want these to be a completely different color. We just made it orange in the beginning to make the copy. So to change the background colors of any of these, I'm going to choose the paint bucket. Now, when I made the first copy, I needed to change it to pixel fill, but now I need to choose vector fill. So I'm going to change it to vector fill. I can change it to any color I want to. Maybe I make this one green, that one green. Maybe I make a different one. Oops, it's still on the green. I need to click on a new one. Let's change this one to blue. Let's change another one to maybe red. I can also choose some of these other options, linear, radial. They have a lot of different color transitions in there that you can choose from. And they also have some preset patterns in here. All different types of patterns you can choose from. So let's make one of these floral pattern. So that's a little run through on how to change the background color on those. We have a text box. We don't really use the text box for this assignment. We have clip art. So I can choose a bunch of different clip art to maybe make a pattern on my tessellation tile. Let's choose something to try on one of these. Let's do this red bird, since I have flowers on my first tessellation tile. Now, one very important thing that you need to make sure that you have clicked on is this top option. This is paint into layer. Right now it's off. When I click it, it turns light blue, so that's how I know it's on. It's off. Now I need it to be on. I need that to be on every single one of my options. And usually when you click it for the first time on, it'll automatically stay on for the other ones. So I have it on right now. I have my picked out clip art. Now I can start putting in the clip art I chose in really any way that I want to. And you can see that I chose the paint into layer because I want my clip art or whatever else I fill in to stay inside my shape. It doesn't go on the outside of my shape. So you can see that I can create different sizes. I can create as many as I want to. So let's try the shape tool out. The shape tool is the one that looks like a star. When I click on more options, I have a bunch of different types of shapes. So let's try a circle. I can choose for it to be a different color. Let me try a yellow. And it has a slight outline on it. You can see it a little bit when it flashes, but I don't want any outline on mine. Maybe you do, but I don't want any outline on mine. So I'm going to change this one that says line width, and you can make a really thick outline on your shape, or you can bring it all the way down to 0 for it to have no outline. That's what I want on mine for this one. So now I can use my shape tool. Maybe different sizes, maybe all the same size. Maybe some are really big. But every time it stays within my tessellation shape. If you accidentally click on the outside, you'll see that it doesn't include it inside of my tessellation shape. And that's okay if that happens. You can just click your undo button on the right side of your screen. One really neat thing is to really explore layering different shapes. So I can even go in with this maybe radial shape, choose a different color. I don't want any line. And maybe layer a different shape on top. Or maybe I do a bunch of these in an overlapping pattern. There's lots of different options. Lots of really neat things you can explore. Let's go on to the drawing tool. It looks like a pencil. You can click it for more options. I have pen, pencil, line, crayon, spray paint, all different types of things. So let's try a pen. We're going to change it to pink. I can use this sliding scale right here to make it really thick, to make it thin. But again, it stays just inside my tessellation tile piece. Let's try this spray paint. Let's maybe change this to a purple. I want this to be thin. Whoops, you can see I accidentally clicked outside. Did it again. So you can create very unique patterns. Now, another option in here that we often miss is the stamp tool. The stamp tool will pop up this other bottom option, and it has all different types of stamps that you can use, all different types of shapes, and you can even use this search bar to maybe find something specific. Let's look for a paw shape. Nope, maybe no dogs? I thought I saw a paw shape in here. Maybe a footprint? Let's try this one. I'm going to change the color to gray. I want to make this a little bigger. And you can see that now it creates this repeating stamp. But there's very lots of options underneath stamp to explore. And something to remember is whatever tool you use last, that's what's going to show up on this sidebar. So if you're looking for your pencil tool and you can't find it, just remember we're the same place as your stamp tool. So you're just going to click the stamp again and all your tools are right back there. Same thing with the shape. If you don't see like the star or the circle, just remember all the shapes are together. So go back and click on the last shape that you used and all of your options are there. So explore with different patterns, different shapes, creating different patterns. Once you decide on a couple that you like, you can duplicate these ones that you make. And you can see what your pattern looks like. So maybe you try out a couple different options. You really like a couple. You make a few more. And then you can piece together what your tessellation will look like all pieced together. One other thing to remember is sometimes Sketchpad glitches a little bit and buttons might not work exactly how they are meant to, or options aren't loading. If that happens, the best thing to do is close the Sketchpad tab and reopen a new one. It'll save the work that you last did on there. Sometimes refreshing it just makes those options work a little bit more. The last thing you want to do is save your work. So save and download your work. And to do that, you're going to push the export. And you want to save this as a PNG. Download.png, that's the option you're going to choose. When you do that, it's going to download to your Chromebook or whatever computer you're working on, and it most likely is going to save it in your downloads folder. So you'll need to go onto your files after downloading it and look in your downloads folder. It should be saved there. Alrighty, there we go.